Is it going to work this time?
It better work this time. What's up, everybody? It's saying we're live. So, hey, and even YouTube says that we're live, so that's good.
Yay.
How's it going, everybody? So, if you guys missed last week, or you guys don't know what happened last week, we tried to go on literally 5 minutes before our show. We had lightning hit our house, and it messed up everything. And so we're going to go with option, or try 2 here, even though there actually are still thunderclouds outside right now and it's supposed to thunderstorm tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be south of us.
It might run south of us, but it's saying chances of thunderstorms 50% or whatever
I think
for
it's
tonight.
Gonna be south of us.
I hope so. It better
that's
be.
what I saw at the radar, and that was the future forecast, so it was far from us, too.
Good. Hey, Alaska and Rob. How's it going, Rob? How is everybody doing? Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't do, I did not put any tags in our thing, so we're running tagless. But how are you guys all doing? I've got, obviously, what's your name again?
Your wife.
Ashleigh.
Ashleigh.
We've got Ashleigh here, and then down below me, down this way, is Sean Geeksvana.
Hello.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. And he's our drone news guy. He, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do. He does really cool, it's like drone news, but it's in just like, I think the longest I've ever seen your video go is like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And some of that is set up and ending.
Yeah.
Literally the news part.
Exactly.
You get everything you need in like sometimes if it's a big subject, 2.5 minutes. So it's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So you guys should check him out.
Oh, thank you.
We love you, Sean.
Thank you.
And Zero Kelvin, how's it going? Here, I should maybe pop this out so you can see it too, huh, hon?
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
There we go.
Don't cut off Sean's face.
I won't. I'm moving it over.
That's important.
I just popped out my chat.
Yeah.
You can move my camera around, don't worry.
It's like I haven't done this in forever. It's been 2 weeks.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But and we may have, this is not promised everybody, but we may have Paul come on a little bit later. Paul Murray come on. So we're hoping to get him. I like what Rob just said to Ashleigh.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah, so what Rob there, Juneau County Droner, is referring to is I think it was our first video, our first vlog. Ashleigh said she was getting her hair done.
One.
Was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was getting her hair done, and she's like, and here it is, snap. And then instead of going to her next picture of her being done, I put a picture of my warthog that I got in Africa instead. Yeah. And it was great.
Yeah, and for those of you who notice that I'm kind of drained right now, I'm a little under the weather. Had a bad day today.
Yeah, Ashleigh's not feeling 100%. Yeah, Zero Kelvin. Yes, our kid did not put a head out on us yet, but it might be happening. He put out a video. I think it was today. I saw it today, but he put out a video, and the thumbnail was a kid like saying, "I want her taken alive. She's got my nose." So I just thought it was awesome because we're always like, "Oh, I got your nose, Colin."
Colin doesn't get that one yet.
He doesn't. Bella loved it when she was 2 or 3.
Well, and he'll get it.
Yes.
He's just not yet.
Yes, he'll get it. He's starting to like grab like, what do you got there? Like, why are you putting your thumb between your 2 fingers? But
yeah, he knows. He understands a lot. Just still getting used to certain.
Yeah, he is. So, and then one thing that we like to do, guys, is Sean here. We're going to have him kind of give you guys just a quick rundown for those of you who like drones or interested in drones or are droners yourselves. He's going to give us kind of a quick rundown of what's happening in drone news, and we'll kind of get your guys' takes on it and our takes on it. So Sean, what's going on this week?
Oh, okay. Well, this week there's been a few things in the news. One cooler item is IBM are actually giving away 1,500 DJI Tello drones, completely free. Basically, you register on their website and you go into a sweepstake, which is pulled every week on their Twitch channel. And they'll send you a Tello drone, but then they also send you, it comes in a very big developer box, basically. And they also send you access to essentially to be able to jailbreak that Tello drone and then recode it to do anything you want. And the idea is then you design something, you have the drone do something, and you upload it with certain hashtags, and then there is then an overall call for code winner who basically, the guy who won it last year actually now works for IBM, and he was a self-taught coder. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. I saw your video on that, and I was like sitting there going, I was like, ooh, Phantom 4, they're gonna, it's a Tello.
It's a Tello. I did put a Tello in the thumbnail.
I know,
but I thought, you have to be a little clickbaity, but I didn't want to be too clickbaity.
Yeah, I hear you. But the thing is, though, is it's still fun, and especially for because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get programmers to do stuff, and those Tellos are programmable drones. You can't program your Phantom 4. They don't allow it. So
no, indeed. Well, no. You would have to do a lot of jailbreaking for that. But and it is pretty cool. I mean, and in actual fact, if you own a Tello already, you can actually download the software for free from the IBM website to be able to do all of the coding, etc. One core application which they were demonstrating on the IBM developer YouTube channel was actually facial recognition, where you can actually have your pets be recognized by the drone, and so the drone would follow your pet around.
Cool.
Oh, that is really cool.
Pretty
Especially
clever.
if you got a pet that runs off a lot.
Yeah, just little fun things like that.
So what you're saying is if I facially profile the warthog, I'm just joking. I'm not going there. I'm not going to go there fully. That's a nervous laugh you got there, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not be drawn into this.
Oh, yeah, no, that looks really cool. And then some of your news from last week, since we missed your news from last week, was that was actually from, it was only like 3 or 4 days ago. It was there's no proof that planes were ever near drones.
Yeah, that was actually today.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Time flies. Which was actually one of the longer ones, which is a news special, so it wasn't one of the 2-minute drone news. So it was
Gotcha.
I droned on a little bit more, unfortunately. But yeah, it's basically there's a new organization in this country who have set themselves up purely to discount drone sightings in air proximity reports, basically, because obviously every day it seems over here in the UK there's a new story of a 777 or even a light aircraft coming within X hundred feet or even less of a drone, but there's never any evidence. So a group of people over here have actually set themselves up as an organization, and they did a Freedom of Information Act request on the Air Proximity Board, who are the people that actually deal with all of these near misses. And they confirmed back that there has been no evidence, all of the 350 reports of an actual drone, zero. Only hearsay from the pilots. That's it.
Well, that's really good, and I think that's going to help because I know that's only in the UK, but we'll get other people starting to do that because eventually, like you said in your comment back to me, in that is, eventually, we're going to have to kind of fight back a little bit on some of these regulations and stuff with drones. Yeah,
but I don't think it will really make any difference. It's good that someone, the truth being outed is always a wonderful thing, but I honestly think that big business always wins, and Amazon, Google, these companies that want to use our airways for their drones are huge. So, there's no way we can battle against the billions and billions that they're going to invest in this. And therefore, of course, the taxes that will go to the governments and the jobs created and et cetera, et cetera.
Gotcha.
So I think we're fighting a losing battle, but it's still nice to have the truth out there.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, and for everybody watching, again, please check out Sean's channel, Geeksvana. He does more in-depth stuff and news very often for drone news. If you guys are interested, he's got a lot of information. And if you want to win a free drone, check out his video on the 1,500 drones that they're giving away. IBM is, so.
Yep.
But,
or just Google IBM developer. That works as well.
Oh, yep. There you go.
That's sweet.
So then also, we had our yard sale last weekend.
It was a success for one day. I mean,
it went pretty well. We had...
it looked really good.
Yeah, we had one lady kind of buy a bunch. She was just like, can I just buy the boxes? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and then she was texting her friends and saying, I have friends and we're going to buy the rest of your stuff that doesn't sell. And we're like, okay.
Nice.
But she never came by.
Yeah,
Nobody came by.
Okay.
Nobody came by.
But, hey, you know what? Whatever. We got rid of half of the stuff, and that was kind of our goal, right?
Yeah. For not having, like, big
Very
furniture
cool.
to sell, we actually did pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. We had no furniture. Mm-hmm. It was more just like, there were some baby swings and stuff like that, but there was no big furniture that usually that's the big draw. People are like, ooh, look at that dresser. I've got to have that. There was none of that stuff.
No.
Yeah.
But, and then we planted our garden a little bit last week.
I did laundry all day.
And she did laundry. And I was working while she did laundry, Mr. Sean. Yeah, you can't hide. She did a lot of laundry. I did a lot of garden planting and weed whacking and our grass. It's kind of at that point in the spring where it grows every 3 or 4 days. I should mow it.
Hello, Stephanie. Welcome to the channel.
Yes, thank you for coming in. And Alaska, you should totally get a drone. They're fun. They're fun stuff.
Yep.
But, yes, thank you for coming in, Life with Stephanie. And everybody else, if you guys come in, please say hi. We love to see you guys. And also, we usually do a guest each week as well. And so if you guys are interested in being a guest on the show with us and talking with us, hanging out, basically we're just hanging out with a little bit of structure. But please just email us at messagethewardhouse@gmail.com. So, and then, so what do you got coming up this weekend, Sean? What do you got going on?
Oh, crikey. This weekend, I am flying at a haunted house with my drone.
Ooh.
To film it as well. It's a really interesting place, actually. It's an old manor house that for the last 300 to 400 years has basically been in a very sorry state of repair. But throughout the years, something's happened to the new owners to stop them taking occupancy every time it's sold.
Ooh.
It's very, very strange.
Very supernatural.
It's a bit spooky. It's featured on lots of the paranormal TV programs that used to be big back in the 90s and noughties. But yes, I'll be flying there to take a quick video of it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, relaxing with family this weekend.
Nice. That's always good. Yeah, and what you need to do when you fly your drone is just be like, I'm the new owner, and see if like your obstacle avoidance like starts going off or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you can.
I will be going in the daytime, of course.
Oh, yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta do it like almost evening.
So is it like death of the new owners and stuff, like people dying?
Yeah,
and stuff?
bankruptcy, death, fire, war. All sorts of reasons that just stop the people from being able to get in there.
That's crazy.
And it's been in an abandoned state for at least 3 or 4 decades now. So
wow,
that is crazy. Well, I'm going to a
it's a
baby
beautiful
shower
place.
this weekend.
Yeah, Ashley's got a baby shower,
Ooh.
and I will not be going to the baby shower.
It's not a co-ed baby shower, but it would be cute if it was. I've actually never been to a co-ed baby shower, but I've always heard that they're super fun.
I have, and they played some game where you like cut a string that you think
That's a very common game.
as big around as the woman's belly, and like I'm sitting here playing this game, I'm like, this is like an absolute trap for any man to try to cut something that's as wide as a woman is. Like this, there's a whole bunch of flags going off, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it way skinnier than I think she is, and then I won't be in trouble, right? And so I cut it way skinnier, and I was the one who won because it was like that close away. I'm like, oh crud! I obviously overestimated my underestimate.
That was so good. Awesome, honey. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just remember our baby shower.
Yeah.
Colin and you showing up.
Oh, gosh.
With no eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah, so... oh, I forgot about that. I didn't think about that was going to come up.
Yep. Oh, you just know when we get on, it's always a roast Russ type situation.
Oh, yeah, because I love getting roasted. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. All right, so I'll tell that story. So what happened is we were taking family pictures after her baby shower for the pregnancy. Because you were, 7.5 months along, something like that? Right?
I was over 30, yeah, so...
Yeah.
I was about 30.
So we were taking pregnancy photos. And so I was trimming my eyebrows and shaving and all this stuff. Well, I forgot to put the guard on the trimmer. And so I literally just buzzed off one eyebrow.
Yeah. And then because it looked so off kilter, he was like, screw it.
Yeah,
and
no.
The other one, he went, fudge. I'm not going to say the word.
Yeah, I said fudge, but in a different way.
The other F word.
And then so I shaved both off. And then, so I was supposed to show up to her house, to her mom's house, and meet there after the baby shower, and then we were going to go take our pictures.
And there was still lots of ladies there. We were just finishing up.
Yeah, there was at least half.
He pops up behind me, and my best friend's in front of me because she's helping me out with the presents. And she looks at him. I look over at him, and I'm like, something's weird with you. Because I couldn't get, like, the full front visual of him. And Sarah, my friend, she's like, where's your eyebrows? What did you do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's what's wrong with you.
And what I did was nothing, and then I ran downstairs.
Yeah, he ran downstairs.
Ran downstairs. It was, yeah.
And I had to pencil on eyebrows for him for our pictures.
And for like a week after that for work.
Yeah.
Because I looked like a goober.
Because he does service.
I looked like a big old goober. And so, yeah.
It's Sean's turn.
Oh.
What? Say that again, Sean? What's going on?
Oh, hey, somehow your audio is messing up there, Sean. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Do some testing. Testing. No.
I think it's actually our speakers.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because it shows that it's going, right?
Yeah.
Put it in the hole. Find the hole.
Oh my
Come on.
gosh.
You're not...
I love that. Mom and Dad, I'm home. That's funny.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and say something, Sean.
Hi.
Yeah. See,
This is
it's...
Russ's
It's our
ASMR.
speakers?
Yeah.
Man, but now I can't hear
I
him.
want you to sit back, Russ, and relax.
Can you hear him at all?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's messing up. Our audio on our speakers built into... that's something we should probably get is some kind of speaker setup for this. So, but yeah.
Jono's just said that my audio is low as well, actually.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Juno says
try
it's
and,
very low.
Boost it here.
Yeah, it was fine at the beginning of the show. You were right in the same levels.
Yeah, it's strange.
There you go. Now you're a little bit... Here, I'll get you going. Sorry, guys.
1-1-1-1-1.
This is the hard part about, doing this kind of stuff is you can never anticipate this kind of
How
stuff
is that?
happening. So
There we go. Now you're good. I think everybody should be able to hear it. Hey,
Is that good?
Leave It to Beaver. How are you doing?
do you think you can try and get him off? So maybe it'll work.
Maybe. It might work now.
Do some testing.
Okay, well, I've just boosted my microphone, so I'm not sure if that will help.
There we go.
It
I
did
hear
help.
you. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Now I need to adjust you down a little bit.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right. But
I will keep an eye on my levels.
but where was I? Oh yeah. So
Your eyebrows.
she had to pencil in my eyebrows. And she did that for about a week before I was like, okay, whatever, there's a shadow there, you don't have to worry about it. But it was bad. So there's like is there a picture in our slideshow of you when you're pregnant? I don't know. Maybe we'll put one in for next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, my eyebrows are all pencil in that picture.
We need to see photos of the missing eyebrows.
Yes.
Or preferably penciled on ones.
Definitely will.
Hey, King Zach, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming in, guys. Oh, hey, by the way, do you guys want to see... this is on our video coming out tomorrow. But when I used to do my Minute with Russ videos... I don't know if you saw any of those, Sean. I stopped doing them quite a while ago. But I used to do these...
I have seen some of them because I've watched back.
Oh, okay. So I used to do these Russ flips at the end of these videos. And
Yeah.
I will let you guys watch this. Here it is.
Ooh.
All the Russ flips.
Yep.
Slow.
With my massive fallout. Now watch my dance moves on this one. Yes.
Yeah, the dog loves it when he does his
Oh,
Russ
man.
flip because the dog just loves chasing after him. Oh, I thought you got rid of that part.
Oh, I got rid of that for the video.
Oh,
but
that's right.
but yeah, so I did my A Minute with Russ things, and I just put all of those into one
Brilliant.
little tiny montage, and it fits in with our video that's coming out tomorrow. But you guys will definitely want to take a peek at that. It's pretty funny. And then
Your last one was very good.
the last one was not very good.
No.
But
It's a great video.
the one at night though, like I was pretty proud of that one, must say. Like I like hung there with a one-handed handstand for like a second and then came down.
Oh, golf clap.
I think what's funny is the fact that you actually rank them as well.
Yes,
So you
I
have
do.
an order of proficiency.
Yes, I do actually. I think my best one is one that I couldn't find, but that's all right.
It's always the way.
Actually, you know what? The best one is the one that's coming up on tomorrow's
If you
video.
can't prove it,
Yeah, no, the best one is the one that's coming up on tomorrow's video.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to watch that.
Yes.
nice. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But yes, a bit of the video tomorrow, too, is just our boy. He's just getting so big already. And
Yeah.
he's so smart. Oh, my gosh. He's so smart. At 1.5 years old, I'm so surprised he's taking after his mama.
Yeah, not his dad. Well, some things he's taking after his dad.
Yeah, his crankiness.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, and then, so let's see, what else do we
Notice
have?
how he just totally, cut that out.
What?
Anyways.
Moving on.
What? I do good things. Why did I don't know.
I do good.
Another subject. Look at this. Look how time flies. Oh, and then, so this weekend, she's doing a baby shower. Now, us guys, we were supposed to go do some fishing, but,
Nothing has been said.
Yeah,
Nothing has been
nothing
said.
has been planned because I think there's supposed to be thunderstorms. We were supposed to go out on a lake fishing, and it's a pretty large lake. So if there's thunderstorms on this lake, there's 6 to 10 foot swells.
Yeah.
So there's...
Plus, pretty much every guy who has a kid will have to watch the kids because the kids aren't invited.
Yeah, kids can't go to this one.
Which is weird. Like, I understand kids. Like, I've never seen a baby shower with kids. I've always seen them with, like, little tiny toddlers, like Colin's age to baby age. So, I get that. So, a lot of our friends actually do have kids, like 4 or 5-year-olds. So, I can understand that. But, like, Colin's age?
Yeah. Well, and my age, kids aren't invited. No, we don't plan the show minute by minute, Beaver. I was just, we have some topics that we go, but there's not necessarily a specific time. It's just, we kind of try to keep things in a semi-line, I guess. But, you know, some things take 15 minutes when we thought 5, and some things take 5 when we thought they were 15. But yeah. No, yeah, we were supposed to go fishing, for lake trout and stuff. We were going to go planer board fishing, which that might still happen on Sunday. So it's still a possibility.
Oh, okay. So the man's day is
man's day is going to be on Sunday. Yep.
But nice. You still haven't heard a word though, right?
I haven't heard anything about it, but I think that's because they're waiting for the weather. But either way, I'm going to be here. I probably have to mow the lawn again.
Is it possible to do tags yet? Would that help? We have 4 people watching.
Oh, no, I mean, I can, but I don't know. It's okay.
Last week, obviously, those of you who are getting on too, couldn't get on because of a thunderstorm, just blew out the whole neighborhood's internet. It was so bad.
Crazy.
But the week before was a success. Like, we had, 16 people tops on our channel?
Yeah, well...
It was pretty good. For a first time.
And the thing is usually it takes a little bit of time for people to kind of filter in and all that stuff. So it'll happen. If it doesn't, hey, I'm still here. I'm still going to have fun. But
says the man who's really pushing it to change things up a bit. Yeah.
Don't get after me, lady.
Because as soon as we get off of this, you guys are just going to complain.
Fight.
Get off of me.
I'll have to put my arm up here in between somewhere.
Yeah. Wait.
Hold you back.
Yeah.
Calm down.
But you know what the best thing about this setup that we have here is, guys? Look at it. It's like my hand actually reaches across both cameras. Oh, but not, see, when she comes at me, it just looks weird because there's 2 of her.
Oh, here. There. I just got to do it with one hand.
Yeah.
I can't do it with this hand because then a little bit of me comes through. Hey!
I like how Russ is actually flinching.
Well, I mean...
With the ring finger, too.
Fear.
You know, this ring you got me is pretty sharp.
It is, man. Sometimes she'll, like, move or whatever, and her ring will catch me, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
It's so shiny.
I look like Scar from The Lion King or something.
I clean off the blood every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you scared, Sean?
Very.
Yeah, very. I don't know. Sean, are you married? Do you have kids? Like, I don't know this about you.
Okay, not married, but live with somebody who I've lived with for many, many years. For 16, 17 years. Don't have kids, mainly because I don't want them.
Obviously, you have fur babies. I've seen those.
Yeah, indeed, fur babies. But I'm not what you would call a kid. Not that I'm not a kid person. They've just never really factored into my life. And whenever I've sat and made plans, it's sort of, what would I do when I make this money? I'm gonna buy a fast car. It's never been I'm gonna settle down and have kids, and I'm gonna go to Barbados.
Right.
So
kids are good when you can hand them back, right?
Yeah, or preferably not even have them given to you in the first place. But yeah. But I'm fortunate that my other half feels the same way, so we're quite a good match in those terms.
There you go. Well, that helps it work out.
Well, cool. That's awesome. And you said 16 years?
16, 17 years, yeah.
Wow.
So something along those lines.
You better figure out which one of those it is.
We're catching up to you, Sean. Watch out.
I'm just trying to think. It's got to be 17, actually.
We're about 11 years behind you, but we're catching up.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, as we're catching up, he's also leaving us in the dust at the same time.
I'm being funny.
I think you're cursing my relationship by saying that, but it's okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Oh, what do you have on the sign, Sean? Is there anything on the sign?
I haven't changed the sign, shockingly.
Oh.
Okay. Which I think is actually quite a good sign that Russ is being a good boy.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything on the last few videos.
Brownie points for Russ. I was watching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although you tried.
Watching.
You tried to get the where was Russ when these said clothes were being folded? I didn't see him.
Well, the last video, which was really good, it ended with a little time lapse of just one of you doing housework and doing the laundry, and I just thought, where's Russ? Where's Russ? He could at least jump in the bit that's being filmed.
I was the one filming.
No.
Oh.
He was the one editing, if that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make this faster, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, Juno, that's awesome.
That's
33
brilliant.
years. That's awesome.
Yep.
Man.
Very nice.
Will we get there, honey? I know I have a 20-year limit, but...
Oh, yeah. So I always tell Ashleigh that she has a 20-year lease. And that she's this many years through it. And then there's been twice so far that I've had to reset it to the 20. So she's back to 20. Well, she's probably closing in on 19 and a half now. But
I think there are some quite good lawyers that can get you out of leases these days, Ashleigh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them will take the women's side anyways, so...
Have you taken the little sticker off the back of his neck that voids the warranty?
Yeah, I've replaced it with Kick Me.
Yeah.
Have you been kicked lately, honey?
No.
In the tushy?
I don't know. I mean, I've fallen on my butt a few times.
Yeah.
Lately.
Or poke me in the eye.
Jonah County Droner was just outdoing my 17 years there with his 33 years.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny. I tease Russ all the time because he's the Michael Kelso version of... yeah. If you ever watch that 70s show, he's totally Michael Kelso because he always gets hit in the eye and then goes, my eye!
I don't understand.
It's always the eye.
And it's always my right eye, which you guys, I think, are probably seeing on the left side here, but it's always my right eye. I never get hit in the left eye. It's my right eye. There was the worst thing.
Within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, I had been poked in the eye, and scratched across the middle of the eye by a guy playing basketball.
No, it was literally a jab. He jabbed your eye.
Well, I mean, he scratched across it, though.
Well, no, I saw it when the doctor did. Anyways.
Yeah. But so I got scratched in the eye by a guy playing basketball, and then my eye was completely red from being poked.
Yeah.
And I went and did some.
That was on Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday I went to a trivia thing at this bar with a couple friends, and there was a tiebreaker for this one round, which was throw a coaster as far as you can across the bar. And I literally, before my friend threw this coaster...
And which, by the way, his friend is a frisbee golfer.
Really good, can throw it 400 feet frisbee golfer.
Yeah.
And so I told one of the other guys, I was like, if Marvin is throwing this frisbee, I'm going to duck behind somebody and get down on the ground. And so I ducked behind somebody and got down on the ground, and I'm not kidding. He threw that frisbee like this, or that coaster, and it went around the other person Wanted movie style, Angelina Jolie, and hit me right in the eye that had just been poked the night before.
Seriously, and I when we went to the hospital because Russ was seriously thinking he lost his vision in his eye because it was so screwed up. Well, they put this liquid in his eyes and then put this blue light or something up to his eyes so then you can see all the scratch marks on his eyeball. and you can see the jab mark, and that was very prominent. And then you can lightly see the scratch marks, and it goes way up past the eyelid. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder why that hurt. But a little bit actually hit the color part of his eye, so that's what hurt the most. But yeah.
Oh no, that's really painful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the best, well, I guess the worst part is typical emergency room. I sat there for 2 hours in the emergency room.
And Colin was an infant, by the way.
Yeah, and I had no vision in my right eye. I was just seeing, if I closed my left eye, all I saw was white. And so I had no vision in my right eye. And by the time they took me in, it got better before the doctor even came in the room. It was already starting to get better.
I hate that.
And so I paid...
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah, I paid $400 and something total after with our deductible and all that junk for a doctor to come and be like, it looks pretty bad. Here's an ice pack. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
It's about what it was. It was...
Yeah, we would just have the embarrassment on that, because obviously our healthcare is free at point of use. So it would just be the embarrassment with the doctor saying, you've come here for that.
Yeah, well, no, he said it was pretty bad. They put that dye stuff in my eye, and that's what she was talking about, seeing or whatever. And he said it was pretty bad, but he's like, he's like, it looks like it's going to heal enough. You should be fine. You might have a little loss of vision.
And one of the nurses there, too, the nurses deal with a lot of, just junk that they deal with on a daily basis. But one of them actually says she got some sort of chemical in her eyes. Chemical that would could possibly make someone blind. Yeah. And she's like, I healed within a few days. And so it's like, okay, if that happened to you, I'm sure, honey, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, but we got this really cool ice pack out of it. I mean, it did cost us $400 for that ice pack, but that ice pack is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, we still use it.
Yeah, it's reusable. It's like a cloth thing, and you put a bag in it, and then it ties up, and you can tie it around you.
The bag is attached to the cloth, so you can just, anyways. But the worst part about his eye situation is he actually spent a lot of money getting Lasik eye surgery because he had to wear glasses and contacts a long time ago. And he spent a lot of money on that. So I'm like,
and honestly, that coaster is what did it in. I lost a little bit of vision in my right eye, but we're talking, it's 20/25 vision or 25/20, however it goes. So it's really, not even worth getting anything.
I have 20/15 vision.
Yeah, my other eye,
pilot vision.
My left eye is 20/15. But it's and because I got that LASIK surgery, we always have at least one story, which we've told a couple already tonight, but I'll tell my other story. After I got my LASIK vision, what was this, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, we were still in a rental. Yeah,
it was 4 or 5 years ago I got my LASIK surgery done. And after a certain amount of time, the doctor clears you to drive, which there's 2 different versions of LASIK. One's true LASIK and one's PRK LASIK. Anyways, I got the one that takes longer to heal, but it's safer later on, I guess, is the way it was explained to me. So it takes a little longer to heal. So after about 14 days, I got my driver's license back. And it was about a month after that I went out to a bar with some friends, and we literally, all we had was one beer. We all had one beer, but cops saw us leaving the bar. And I was going over these railroad tracks where it's really bad ruts at the railroad tracks, and you hit, and so I went over into a little bit into the area where the semis go to go around these railroad tracks, and then came back over and stuff. And this cop, that was his excuse. He flipped on his lights, pulled me over. He asked me if I had been drinking. And I was like, yeah, I had one beer with my friends at the bar back there. I was like, you would know. You followed me from there, so you already know that I was there. And he's like, well, I'm just asking. He's like, I know you say you only had one beer, but I need to see, have you step out of the vehicle if you wouldn't mind. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I did the sobriety test. I did the walk the line. I did all this other stuff. And then it came to the eye light test, where they put the light in front of your eye and you have to follow it.
Oh, no.
I failed that miserably.
Oh.
Miserably. So, he had to detain me. He didn't arrest me, but he had to detain me. Put me in the cuffs, put me in the back of his cop car, and then he's like, I can't give you the breathalyzer test for 15 minutes because there's I guess there's some mouth spray that people can spray, and it allows them to pass the test for the next 5 to 10 minutes, the breathalyzer. So
don't give people ideas.
well, it doesn't work because they've gotten around it by just making you sit in their car for 15 minutes. So the funny thing is, though, is the cop was like, he was telling me, he's like, you pass everything with flying colors. He's like, I can barely smell beer on your breath. Barely. He's like, I believe you had one beer. He's like, why? He's like, there's 6 points that we look for in this eye test, and you failed all 6 of them. He's like, why did you fail them? And at this point, I wasn't really thinking about my surgery. I was like, I don't know. I was looking right at your eyes. He's like, yeah, but your eyes kind of had they weren't perfectly focusing on the actual light every now and then. They were flipping up to me, and you weren't able to get full range with your pupils and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, well, I just had LASIK surgery done. I was like, is that it? He's like, I don't know. And so we were sitting there in his cop car for the next 10 minutes because it was 10 minutes before I had to take the breathalyzer. We were sitting there, and we looked it up, and sure enough, for the first 3 months after you get LASIK surgery, you will fail the eye test on a sobriety test.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so it got to the 15-minute point. He had already called it in that he was going to breathalyze me, so he had to, for paperwork's sake, give me the breathalyzer test. And I passed. I was a .013 or something like that, which is the equivalent of having one beer 30 minutes ago, which was...
Right.
But let me just say, I was scared out of my mind as to where he was. He had texted me, he had texted me right when he left the bar. And so I was like, okay, great. You know, it was 9:30 that night? He didn't get home until 11.
Yeah, well, okay, so in full disclosure, I said I was leaving at 9:30. Me and my friends sat outside at our cars and talked for about 30 minutes or so. And then I got in my car, drove, and then...
You texted me right when you were leaving.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have texted me otherwise. Saying, oh yeah, I'm leaving. I'm still sitting out here with my buddies talking. You wouldn't do that. You always text me right when you leave.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe she's right. But anyway, so then I didn't get back until after 11 because of the cop. He was letting me go and all this other stuff. And then the funny thing is the guy was like, man, I've been thinking about getting that Lasik eye surgery. He's like, did you really like it? I was like, yeah, actually. I was like, I have this coupon code that I can give you. I was like, wait, is it a bribe if I give you a coupon code? And he started laughing really. The guy was pretty cool, but he started laughing. He was like, no. So I gave the guy a coupon code. It was supposed to give me money if he went and did it, so obviously he never used my coupon code, but who knows, there might be a cop out there who has better LASIK vision because he pulled me over after going over a train track.
Yeah. That always sounds very interesting to me because the sobriety test part of being pulled over here doesn't actually exist. We literally jump straight to the breathalyzer test.
Really? So, and do they make you wait, or?
No, they just pull you over. They say, hey, have you had any? They still have to suspect something, but then they just straight to the blowing the machine basically, and that's it.
Huh?
So whenever I see that on the TV, etc., I think, what are they doing?
Yeah, because like I said, there's literally there's sprays out there that it's like a mouth spray. You're just like or whatever, and then you'll pass one for a certain amount of time, and there's little candies that people can suck on until the cop gets there and then chew it or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally teetotal, so I've never heard of those type of those aids. So I'm not sure how prevalent they are over here.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't. My friends and I are always pretty good about if somebody has had too much. They're willing to hand their keys over to one of us, and we're willing to take them home. Or nice. Usually what we do is we just take them. We don't take their keys. They keep their keys. We just take them home, and their wives come and get their car the next day or whatever it is. But
yeah, nice.
But we're usually pretty good about that. None of us have had any problems with actually getting pulled over and it being an actual problem.
Yeah, no.
So.
In fact, knock on wood, we have plenty here. I haven't been pulled over in a long time, but the last time I did, I actually got to go to traffic school to get that off my record. So.
Ouch.
Fun.
Yeah, it actually was very entertaining because the officer who pulled me over in the first place was one of the teachers.
Oh, gosh.
And he's like, hey there. I'm like, huh. I cried after he left. Oh my gosh. But the area that I got pulled over was actually a school zone, but it's called the South Hill in Spokane. But you couldn't, it was like one of my first times going up there, and the school is like brick, and it's tied in with other brick buildings, so it's like I didn't see that there was a school there. I saw like there was a sign, like a school, what are the street signs?
Yeah.
Normally in the valley, they light up if it's a school zone.
Yeah.
These ones have a time zone or time limit, so it's like 7:30 to 3:30.
Ah.
They don't have the flashing lights. They just have a time. So, and I didn't see that, so I was like, oh, it's not flashing. And I'm like, I don't know where the heck this school is because there's brick buildings all over the place. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to follow everyone behind or in front of me. No, this cop pulled me over. I was going, I think, 32, but it was 25, you know?
And in school zones, they do not mess around.
No.
I mean, my dad once got pulled over for 29 and a 25.
Hey, Adam. Adam's
What?
on.
Hey, Mr. 84. Yes, Adam.
Hey-o.
He was one of the guys who was there and kept me late that night, in fact.
Yeah. Were your ears ringing, Adam? We were talking about you.
Yeah. We were talking about that night that I got pulled over after leaving all you guys at the Mad Bomber and got failed that sobriety test because of my eye Lasik test. So, yeah. Good times.
Good times. I was just going to say that. I knew it.
Yeah. Hoodlums. Yeah, you're one of them, Adam, by the way.
I'm not.
No, Ashleigh is not.
I'm a good girl. So, what's next on the list there, Honey Buns?
We don't have anything next on the list, really. We have our Truth and Dare. I was actually trying to...
We should talk about our
community post out on my channel.
Truth or Dare that we did last week.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. So, or 2 weeks ago. So, if you remember, we were supposed to create a Match.com. So everybody, we do a Truth and Dare thing each week on our...
Really quick, thank you, Miss Ride or Die. Yes, push the like button if you're in here, or if you're leaving, push the like button.
She is so good at that.
Love ya.
Yeah, she is so good at doing that on other people's channels. I love it. Thank you so much. But so we do a thing each week, or will be doing, because this is only our second show, but where we're doing Truth and Dare. So we're going to change it up a little bit this week with the Dare. But last week our Truth was, how long we were dating before we had the infamous third date. And you guys will have to go back to that stream.
I think it was specifically at you. Like, how long did it take you?
To convince her.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of. But
just how much begging?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then our Dare was to create a Match.com profile that is a goof around profile. And they didn't, so we made it, but Match.com did not approve any of our pictures. They did not approve our...
Oh, no.
They did not approve our about section.
Yeah.
They didn't approve anything on it because they were like, this is obviously... Because our picture was a snowman. And what was the other picture? Us.
Well, no, it was one of Bella's dinosaurs with a wig on it.
Yeah, one of Bella's dinosaurs with a wig on it. And then it was us for Halloween a couple years ago where she dressed as a man with a beer belly when she was pregnant with Colin. And I dressed as a woman. So those were the three pictures. And obviously, I guess none of those got approved. I don't know why. They're very representative of who I am.
It showed his face in it. I mean, I don't know how.
It seems harsh. I'm sure they've got worse on there.
Yeah, underneath the wig and the lipstick.
So let's just say it didn't work out. But we tried.
We did. Oh, and then our description. Our description said that I liked long walks on the beach, but only backwards because forwards is too cliche. Mm-hmm. And then what was the other stuff that we put on there?
Well, I put at the end, I don't know if you noticed, but I said I am a spy.
I didn't notice that. But now you just outed me in front of everybody. I'm going to have to change my cover.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it was great. It was great fun.
But and then...
oh, yeah, and we liked women who were, what'd you say, 5 foot to 6'3"?
I just made it, yeah.
5 foot to 6'3"?
Yeah. Well, they had a range and I just left it there.
I guess Renitha would be out of the question.
I'm sure. But, yeah,
Adam.
no, the very nice Mr. 84. Yes, I did wear a costume, and that was me dressed as a woman. Yeah. And it was only the third time I did that.
He's dressed like a woman a few times.
That week.
That week.
Yeah, whatever, Sean. No. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Yeah, we know the real reason sales have gone up at your company.
Yeah.
Yeah, your company that you work for. You need to up the sales a little bit.
Water solutions.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm not supposed to work for them because apparently I would cost too much for them.
Yeah, we can't afford you.
Yeah,
because you're awesome. That's
right. No, it's because I'm already working with benefits, and therefore that's why I would be too much.
Yeah, because benefits are expensive.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it's like for you, Sean, because you live overseas, right? But here in America, like, you have to have how many employees to get the benefits going for the company? Is
I
11?
think no, it's 15. It's 15 or something like that. Once you have 15 employees, you have to do a certain amount of benefits or whatever. Well, my company is too small for that.
Yeah, they have...
Yeah, we have...
No, 4.
5.
You,
my dad, my mom, me, Aaron.
Your mom is an employee.
Yeah, she is. My mom is the vice president of our company. And
she doesn't do anything.
The great thing is that she listens to me.
Well, yeah, she is the easy medium between you and your dad.
Yes. But, and then... Excuse me. But, so, Sean, speaking of stories, by the way, I think we should force you to tell a story.
Yeah. Tell us a good one.
You want me to tell you a story?
Yes, let's hear a story.
Hi, Night Train.
Teach me about the good old days.
Night Train's on.
Night Train. What, isn't that how that song goes?
I don't know.
I thought I was supposed to be older than you. That sounds like it was from the 60s or something.
We're old souls.
I think it's a woman singing it, which might be why you don't recognize me. Tell me about the good old days or something.
Okay. Who sings it?
I have no clue.
I don't want to look it up.
Anytime, if it's a country song, if somebody asks me who sings it, I say Winona Ryder. And it doesn't matter if it's recent or not, I say Winona Ryder. If it's an older song from the 60s or the 70s, I automatically say the Beatles. And then anything that's a hair band, I say Heart. I have no clue. Oh, that's he's fine.
He's fine.
Our kid just sat up in bed. He's like, Dad just hit an octave that is, or not an octave, but a sound level.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I have
fine.
a similar camera from the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's having problems if he stands up, so he's fine. He found his binky, he found his lovey, he'll be fine.
You said cat and ours came running.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
I'm sure you already saw her though, right, Sean?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
very cute.
Well, because I held her up before. She wanted a hug.
Okay.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
She's not my cat.
No, she's mine. I got her a year before I met Russ.
Yeah.
Really, make it a camera. Oh. She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with me?
Yeah. She actually is a good cat most of the time.
She just drools, which is so weird. I've only had one other cat besides her who actually drools. It's so weird.
I've never had one, and it disturbs me. But yes, I think we need a story from you, Sean. Something.
Okay, well, how about a cat-related story?
There we go.
Sure.
Sounds good.
People like hearing about cats.
Okay, well, I had a cat once that my ex-fiance, when I met her, she was working as a vet nurse, and I used to go to her workplace to meet her for dinner and that type of thing, because she would work overnight looking after the animals that were in for operations and that type of thing. And she was working downstairs one night, and I was upstairs with the dinner waiting for her. And we actually had there was a cat next to me that actually came onto my lap and curled up and basically fell asleep on my lap. And about 5-10 minutes later, they came up from downstairs, and they were going crazy because this cat was actually supposed to be in isolation to be put down because it was so vicious.
Really?
And basically, yeah, and it had been to 3 or 4 different homes, and it either attacked other animals or the kids or something. So it was actually there to be put down, and it somehow broken out of its cage and just came upstairs and just laid down and purred away and fell asleep. So obviously I took her home, and she stayed with me for 18 and a half years.
Dang.
Wow, 18?
And she was literally... Yeah.
Was the cat's name
she was literally
Pinky?
my little soulmate, bless her.
Was the cat's name Pinky?
Sorry? No, Matilda.
Oh, okay. Have you seen that video of Pinky the cat? I have not. Oh, there's this video of this, like, it's a police officer or something, and they're doing their adoption notice of the week, and he's got this cat, and he's like, this cat here is Pinky. It's a short-haired blah 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 cat. It's really nice, looking for a home, blah blah blah. And he's like, and she's really, really calm and good with kids. And then all of a sudden, this cat and it's on a leash, by the way. It just starts going, and it starts doing like the alligator death roll, like all over the place. And the guy's like, no, not Pinky.
And then it like attaches to his hand.
No, it crawls up his leg.
Crawls up his leg. That's
this
right.
cat crawls up this dude's leg, and then it just gets to the midsection, and you just hear.
And then the cat just zooms off.
It was just
outrageous.
Yeah, it was. I was like, I think Pinky got 0 hits for I'll take that cat. I mean, I guess
no cat is that I've known of. No cat is really meant to be on a leash.
Oh no, Lord no.
Yeah,
no.
My cat
That's very wrong.
Do a leash. She won't even do a harness. She'll go plop.
Yeah, that's exactly what most of mine do. Yeah.
We've put the leash on her once, and she just like, what the heck is this? I'm going to stand here until you take that off of me.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it off. And she's like, okay, I'm out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've had one cat when I was younger that would actually love anything you did to him. Like, you would do anything under the sun. Like, you put a leash on him, he'd still keep walking and be like, cool, that's cool. But you can push him over. Like, you just push him over, you just flop right over and just start purring. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Like, oh my god, I love that cat. And then he disappeared, never came back.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the cat that I was talking about was the only cat I've ever come across that actually, when we went away and she would stay in the cattery, the kennels, they'd actually have to put a little red sign on the door to warn people that it was a vicious cat.
That's awesome.
Oh.
What would be great is if you had like somebody like Cat Burglar or something like peeking in your window and you're like, Matilda, fetch, and just this cat.
Oh my god.
Some guy trying to run down the street.
Yeah, she used to bring whole rabbits in for us and things, so she was a pretty scary little beast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just let her anger out on those creatures, huh?
Yeah. And she also used to bring home whole items from the local shops. So she would go in and she would bring home feather dusters, but still with all the plastic cover on them and the price on there. Just be like,
That's
do we
awesome.
take it back? Because we had a DIY store opposite, and it was like, do we take it back? What do we do?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's a shoplifter.
Wow, that's so funny. There was one time I went to this Asian buffet of some sort. It's up north, and I had what was actually on their menu. You could have like their buffet line, or you can have something on their menu. And I had like some teriyaki chicken something or other.
Oh, this is a bad story.
Oh yeah, well the next week or two after I went there, that restaurant got shut down for stealing neighborhood cats and cooking them as chicken.
Oh,
and I'm like,
ouch.
Cat tastes just like chicken.
Yeah. Mr. 84, what is a cat's favorite color?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Is this trivia night now?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can say it, Adam. We want to know what that cat's favorite color is.
Say it.
And here fairly soon, guys, we're going to do our next Truth and Dare.
Purple.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Adam.
That sounds like something that Alexa would tell you or something, or Siri. Siri, tell me a joke, or Alexa, tell me a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, guys, now what we will do is we are going to do Truth and Dare. So, everybody in the chat, including you, Sean, you can go ahead and get in on this. Everybody who's in here, I know there's 6 or 7 or 8 people in here or whatever, but just let us know some kind of truth you want to hear from Ashleigh or I. One of these days we'll have to make it a truth about Sean.
Yeah.
But we won't do that this week. It's going to be a truth about... What?
I am an open book. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
So, go ahead, guys. We will let us know about a truth. And then also, while you guys are thinking about a truth... wow, I just said a boat.
A boat?
I've been on the Canadian Drone Hub too long. I just said a boat.
A boat.
While you guys are thinking about a truth to have Ashleigh or I or both of us tell, we, instead of having you guys come up with something, we came up with 3 choices for you guys to choose from for our next dare. And so I want everybody's opinion and your vote. So we have... You guys all saw the Russ flip video, and if you didn't, in fact, actually, I will play that right now.
It's still funny the second time.
Yeah, I love his little stance.
Yes, it's pretty good.
Collies just love that, don't they? Collies love anyone doing anything silly.
Yes. Now this one is my favorite right here, because I do the little dance after.
Yeah, that one was your best in this video.
And slow motion fail has never looked so good.
Oh my gosh.
So there's the Russ flip. So what you guys can choose from is either, and yeah, maybe we should leave it to the comments as well. That's a good idea, Mr. Editor. We'll leave it to the comments as well for the next day until tomorrow night, and then we'll choose the highest one, including you guys. But because you guys are all here right now, we're gonna let you guys, all your votes be worth 2.
Do the truth on this one.
Yeah. But you guys also get to choose on whether the whole family does a Russ flip, and that's including Colin, the 18-month-old. Now he might need some help doing the Russ flip, but he'll get it done. He'll probably look better than I do doing it.
Honestly, he'll laugh the whole time.
Yeah. So the whole family is going to do a Russ flip. That's your option number 1. And then option number 2 is, and it pains me to say this, but it's going to happen probably. I feel like this is going to be the one to win. Ashleigh does my makeup.
Or Bella.
And then option number 3 is Bella does
me.
Ashleigh's makeup.
No, it would have to be me because we don't have Bella this weekend.
Yeah.
So number 2.
I can't decide. I really can't decide. I don't know which one to vote for. Let me think.
Yeah. Oh, Sean.
So Ashleigh does my makeup, and then option number 3 would be Bella doing Ashleigh's makeup, which we'll have her in the morning sometime or something or whatever, or we'll have her during some point in time where. Yeah, Sean has no opinion right now.
Yeah.
He's still up in the air. But so all of it. Option number 1, all of us do a Russ flip. Option number 2, Ashleigh does my makeup. And then option number 3 is Bella does Ashleigh's makeup.
Yeah. We know what was going to be funny.
I knew what everybody was going to say. That's why I said before I even said it, I knew what was going to win because, yeah. See, Adam wants Ashleigh to do a Russ flip. Which she actually would probably just do an actual cartwheel and it would look graceful.
Actual flip.
Yeah. I can do a cartwheel and make it land correctly.
Honestly, all those Russ flips, that's me trying to do a cartwheel, just so you guys all know.
Yeah, that is his cartwheel.
Oh.
Yeah, now you get it, Sean.
Yes, but the Russ flip, it just looks better, so now that's just what I do. I don't try to actually improve my cartwheel, I just do the Russ flip and it works out.
I'm surprised he hasn't broke his tailbone at how many times he's fallen on it.
I almost did once.
I know, when we were in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
We've been through that story.
Oh yeah, that story has been told. So, and then also, I want to know, what kind of truth do you guys want to know? You guys
tell us the truth.
In chat.
Or ask us the truth.
In chat, please let us know what you guys want to know. What do you guys want to know about us? Whether it's something from our childhood, our dating time, or
our present,
or what we think for the future. By the way, Ashleigh's lease on me is every day. So every day I have to make sure that she wants to continue the lease.
Oh,
I see Sean looks like he's typing. He's hard at work.
He's thinking, yeah.
Oh no! Why you gotta do this to me? Hey, show's over. See you guys later.
That's good. That's a good one.
That actually is a really good one.
Gosh, I couldn't even. Man, worst dating error?
Is there anything you've actually never told Russ before that actually that nearly put me off you?
Oh gosh. No, I am not going out in public with makeup on. That's not happening.
I totally would.
Just make sure you take a camera with you.
I'm not ashamed to be around him with makeup on. Be like, yeah, he did this.
I'm ashamed to be around me with makeup on. If it's Halloween, doesn't matter. Everybody's like, oh, okay, cool. If it's not Halloween, people are gonna be like, well.
Actually, these days, that's more acceptable these days.
Yeah, but it's not me though. Like.
But I can't think of a dating error that we haven't talked about before. That you've done. I guess break up with me. That's a good dating error.
No, there's probably dating errors. I'm sure there's dating errors that I've done. Let's
that
see.
cuts deep.
What, Sean?
That one cut real deep.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that one.
She looks over. You did break up with me.
Yeah. He wanted to break up with me a few times, actually.
Oh, whatever. Ooh, no. I almost had one that would be a bad dating error.
I have one, but it's more on the serious side.
What?
So, I don't know.
Let's see. Well, I never called out an ex's name, so that never happened.
Not with me.
No. I don't think I've ever done that.
No.
I'm pretty good with names, luckily.
But weren't you dating?
Well,
weren't you dating another Ashleigh when you met Ashleigh? So wouldn't it just be screaming out?
I went on one date with another Ashleigh when I met Ashleigh. So it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no.
So I do have one, and it is actually semi-funny. But
Oh gosh.
when Bella was 3, well, I've known her since she was 3, and we had just moved into the rental, and she was still in her thunderous 3s. There was many times that this kid just kicked and scratched, and she was a little terror. She when she had a meltdown, she had a meltdown.
Yes,
and
she did.
This was the first time I've ever dealt with this, so I was like, oh my god, do I stay? Anyways, but she kicked him in the balls so many times, I can't even count. But one of the times, she had a meltdown, and he comes running out of her room, like, just so PO'd out of his mind, and he's like, I'm not having any more kids, this is it. I am done. I'm like, well, that's kind of a deal breaker for me, Russell, because I kind of want a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And she is one kid. She's not all kids. So don't take her example, just take that with a grain of salt,
Yeah, and I think my response to that was...
Nope, I'm done.
Nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm getting cut.
And I'm like, okay, well then I guess that means we're done.
Yeah. No, I think more, let's see. I can't think of any big mistakes I made when we were dating.
Oh. Worst meal cooked by the other and you choked it down out of love?
Oh, yeah, there's a few of those.
Really? What was it?
Well, there's
Did you
one...
not tell me?
No, I didn't tell you. I don't know if I should tell this now.
No, what is it?
There was this one casserole
need
that
to
she
hide.
made once when we lived in our rental, and it was like a potato and something else casserole, and it was the most, like, it didn't even taste like potatoes. It literally just tastes like crunchy crud. I don't know how best to explain it. Even she said it was bad. So
was it the ham and potato thing with the cheese and stuff? And I cut the potatoes like au gratin style?
Was that at the No, that wasn't it.
That was here, and they were not cooked correctly.
Oh, maybe that was here. That was here.
Yeah.
That was only like 8 months ago. That's right. That's what it was. And she even admitted that it wasn't good.
My excuse, I was postpartum. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
My excuse, I ate half of a plate of that stuff and said it was good. It tasted like garbage.
I think Bella even ate it too, didn't she?
Yeah, I told her to eat a little bit because you were not having a good day.
Yeah, well, I haven't made it again since then, so we're fine.
And she said that she was going to the counselor at school the next day because of what I told her. But what about me? What have I made that you had to choke down?
You don't make a whole lot of stuff, and when you do make something, you take time and effort into it. So it's like, for me, I'm always getting home really fast and trying to make something really fast. I'm like, okay, this is done. It's good.
Yeah, she is more inventive than I am. So
what, Sean? What'd you say?
I just said that's nice that Russ takes the effort. That's good.
Yeah, he only cooks on weekends.
Yeah, no, I cooked twice this week. But yes, when I do cook a meal, I do put effort into it. But the thing is the reason why she fails sometimes on some meals is because sometimes she gets home and it's like, we both got home at like 5:15. Kids need to eat, and it's like, well, we have this and this and this because we need to go grocery shopping. And she'll find some weird thing that she is like, what can I make with this and this? And it's like, sometimes it doesn't turn out great.
Is that my shadow? Oh, it is.
Ooh.
I love how Ash's shadow is sitting on Russ's shoulder.
Is it?
Yeah. See? Don't move. See?
Oh, my.
I'm headbanging you.
Okay. So maybe these lights won't work. Yeah, we're already getting...
I told you.
So, okay. Here's the light debacle, everybody.
Yes, I'm trying to talk him into getting a ring light, but they're a little expensive. And so he's like, hey, I found something else, and they're a lot more, like, lumens or whatever he said. And I'm like, that doesn't always matter. It matters on the shadows, too. Well, ring lights kind of help with that.
Whatever. I think these shadows are awesome.
Do puppets.
This doesn't make for good TV. Spider?
Honey,
No.
you just look like a tree right now.
It's interpretive of dance.
Yeah, so he ended up getting these office table lights instead, and they're very blinding. Anyways, I feel like I can't even look at Sean in the face because it's so blinding. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sean. It's not you.
Carefully.
It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too late.
One of these days, we need to take one of Miss Ride or Die's recipes and make it. We actually one of the recipes I actually did do was with it was with chicken. Well, it was one of the ones that you and Bella actually really liked.
His favorite meal that I have made, Miss Ride or Die, if you want to know, and I actually saw it on the you're a cooker, right? So it was actually on the Food Channel, and I only saw like a quick little intro to it, but as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I can totally do that. It's cherry tomato linguine, and I'm Italian, so
Ooh.
linguine is very, yeah. What?
Huh.
Is that talking about you or me?
No. Night Train said he derailed us with talking about the shadows.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Night Train. But no, it's you just cook the cherry tomatoes in olive oil, put some spices in there, garlic and stuff, and I add stuff to it that didn't come like in the ingredients that were on the Food Channel. So I add like zucchini and yellow zucchini. What else? Mushrooms. I've added
all kinds of stuff.
Green beans and
I love
asparagus. And I've added chicken because I think the original ingredients was just the tomatoes and linguine, and then of course the spices. But it's really good.
The main ingredient that she adds that seems really, really weird.
Yeah.
But it tastes so good. Is clamato.
Yeah, and I only add like a half a cup to it.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit of that clamato. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It was so funny how it happened too, because I'm like, oh, there's like the tomato sauce, like once it's cooked, you got to keep the pan lid to it, because otherwise it evaporates and then there's not much sauce. And the first time I made it, I'm like, oh no, all the sauce is gone. I'm like looking through the fridge. I'm like, what can I do here? I don't want to just add water because that kind of dilutes the flavor to it. And I'm like, oh, clamato, that's made out of tomatoes. I'm like, hey, we'll just pour that in. I'm like,
so that was just because of that?
That was an accident. Yeah.
I never knew that. I thought that was literally part of a recipe she looked up.
Yeah, so. No, I loved it. It was great. What did he say? Tuna fish pancakes with lemonades. Ew, what the heck are you doing, Adam? Tuna fish
Tasty.
Pancakes with lemonade syrup?
I would totally do lemonade syrup.
On
pancakes.
We need to roast Adam one of these days, because I know a few stores now too.
Oh yeah, we'll actually. By the way, everybody, we'll have Adam as our guest one of these nights.
Yeah.
And we might just have him sit right here to where half of his face shows up on each of our screens.
Yeah. Well, there's your cat.
Oh man, we should have her.
Here's one of them. Yep. Sorry, she's just come to say good morning.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's right. Good morning. Yeah, because it's getting late for you.
It is indeed.
I wanted her to get scared with the cat.
There you go.
Oh,
but yeah, our my wedding photo shoot might now be shut down because somebody's trying to.
No word on that yet, so not exactly.
But somebody's trying to tell us that no drones at this facility, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she hasn't called you back?
That's a shame.
She has not called me back. I've left a message for this lady to call me and text me and everything. And of course I'm going to.
What?
Jeez, cat.
You think she?
Can you guys hear that?
Can you hear that?
Good
a little
gosh.
bit. I have headphones on, so it's.
Oh, hey, we should do that. That's actually a good idea. What Adam just said there, Mr. 84 said we should each pick like a rough or a tough recipe for the other one to cook, and
I can do it.
me too.
Bring
I can
it.
follow a recipe like
Bring
nothing
it.
else. It's like, and you add a half a cup of flour. I'm like, it's sugar, flour. They're both white.
Have you ever made baklava? You ever made baklava? It's not as easy as it looks.
What is baklava?
It's a Greek pastry.
Oh, I thought it was what's that pita stuff that you dip in hummus or whatever?
Pita?
Oh. I don't know what food is. I just know what it looks like, and I eat it.
Pita stuff. I think that's a pita. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, baklava is made out of phyllo dough.
Oh, I don't know what phyllo dough is.
Paper thin dough.
Oh.
But it looks like we're lowering our head count here.
Yeah, that's fine. So, but hey, everybody! By the way, our next video coming out is going to be coming out tomorrow, and for those of you guys still watching, and everybody watching this in, later on, we are releasing new videos every single Tuesday and Friday at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern time, 1 p.m. And for you, Sean, what is that? We're looking at 6 o'clock p.m. your time, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So that's when we're releasing all our new videos. We're doing 2 vlogs a week right now. We may up that later. We're just kind of feeling it out for now. But and then we're doing our Thursday live shows, and we will try to get some other guests and stuff on here as well. Sean will be on here. If we had it our way every single week, but
Paul never came on.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. I sent him. We were going to try to have another person on as a guest tonight, but I sent him an email, but he may not have got the email. So it's a thing where maybe he'll come on another time.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. He's a good guest.
Yeah, he is. He's a funny guy. Really funny guy. But hey, guys, so we're going to cut out for the night. Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Sean, for coming on, hanging out with us. And
always a pleasure.
We will see everybody next week. We will see you next week as well, Sean. Guys, again, check out Sean's channel, Geeksvana.
Yeah.
And have a great weekend, guys. I hope to see you on our vlog tomorrow and next week on our show. We'll talk to you guys all later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.